You know that moment when you go to the bathroom and you look down and your dog is just there, sitting right outside the door, waiting for you, like you're going to disappear forever if he takes his eyes off you for 2 minutes. It might seem funny at first, but there's a very real, very deep reason behind it. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Most people assume their dog stays close because he wants food, or because he was trained that way, or simply because he's a clingy breed. And sure, those things play a role, but underneath all of that, there's something the science community took years to fully understand, and something most dog owners never stop to think about. Your dog doesn't stick by your side for no reason. There's an emotional, biological, and even historical reason behind it. And when you get it, you'll realize that what looks like a silly habit is actually one of the most complex and beautiful things in the animal world. Here's the thing. Most people read this behavior completely wrong. Some think their dog is just too anxious and that it's some kind of flaw. Others think he's too needy and should be more independent. Some people even get frustrated because they can't get a single second of peace without their dog glued to them. And then comes the guilt. You start wondering, did I do something wrong? Did I raise a dog that's too dependent? Is this even healthy? The answer is more complicated than a simple yes or no, and that's exactly what we're going to get into here. Dogs are pack animals. Everyone knows that. But what most people don't really understand is what that actually means in practice, in everyday life, inside your home. In the wild, a pack animal never chooses to be alone. Being separated from the group means danger. It means vulnerability. In many cases, it means death. So over thousands of years, the dog's brain was wired to feel discomfort when away from whoever they considered their pack. And guess who their pack is today? You. Not the other dogs down the street, not the neighborhood animals. You, your family, the people he lives with every single day. You are who he sees as his survival group. And because of that, being away from you triggers something deep in his nervous system, something that goes way beyond simple preference. Have you ever heard of oxytocin? It's the bonding hormone, the love hormone, the same one that gets released when a mother looks at her newborn baby, when two people hug each other for real. Well, studies published in the journal Science back in 2015 showed something that genuinely shocked the scientific world. When a dog locks eyes with his owner for a period of time, both of them, the dog and the human, experience a rise in oxytocin levels. Both of them at the same time. That had never been documented between humans and any other animal besides another human. It's the same chemical reaction that happens between parents and children, and science confirmed it happens with dogs. So when your dog stares at you with that long, calm, almost thoughtful look, he's not just watching you, he's literally bonding with you on a chemical level. Kind of changes things a little, right? There's one part of this that's harder to sit with. When you leave the house, even just for a little while, your dog doesn't know you're coming back. To his brain, especially if he hasn't been well prepared for alone time, you just vanished. And that triggers his alert system. His heart rate goes up, cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes. He can go into a state of high alert, waiting for you to return, unable to truly relax. Researchers at the University of Lincoln in the UK ran experiments where they monitored dogs during their owner's absence and observed exactly that. Anxious behavior patterns, barking, destroying things, inability to rest. But what's interesting is that depending on the level of attachment, some dogs go completely still, just waiting. Like time literally stops for them until you walk back through that door. Now, here's something important you need to understand. This behavior of staying by your side, following you through every room, always wanting to be near you, it's not necessarily pathological anxiety. For most healthy dogs, this is simply the expression of the bond they have with you. It's their way of saying, "You matter to me." Not with words, because they don't have words, but with presence. Think about it this way. Your dog can't text you, he can't call you, he can't write you a letter. The only way he can show you how much he cares is by being there, physically, in the same space as you, breathing the same air. And when you understand that, the dog sleeping against your foot while you're trying to work stops feeling like an inconvenience. He's telling you something without saying a word. Of course, there's variation between breeds. Some were genetically selected over centuries to work very closely alongside humans. Herding dogs, for example, had to be constantly focused on the shepherd, following, responding, anticipating every move. Breeds like the Border Collie, Labrador, Golden Retriever, and Vizsla are well known for that high level of attachment. But even more independent breeds like Akitas or Chow Chows still develop deep bonds with their owners when raised with attention and care. What varies isn't the capacity to love. What varies is how they show it. This is where we need to be honest, because not every clingy behavior is just love. There's a line between healthy attachment and real separation anxiety, and it's important to know the difference. A dog with clinical separation anxiety doesn't just get sad when you leave. He panics. He barks nonstop, destroys things, may hurt himself trying to get out, may not eat when they're alone, may go to the bathroom in the wrong places even if he's fully trained. If you recognize those behaviors in your dog, that goes beyond natural emotional attachment. That's real suffering, and it needs attention, whether that means seeing a veterinarian behaviorist or working with a specialized trainer. But for most dogs, the behavior of staying close to you all the time is completely normal. It's just who they are. Here's something most people never stop to think about. Your dog doesn't have control over much in his life. You decide when he eats, when he goes outside, where he sleeps, who he interacts with. His entire life depends on your choices. But there's one thing he can do. He can choose to be near you. That's one of the very few decisions that still belongs to him in his day-to-day life. And he makes that choice every time, without fail, every chance he gets. That's not weak dependence. That's pure loyalty. It's his way of saying, I trust you. I choose you. You're where I feel safe. There's a human side to this story worth talking about. If you've had a dog for a while, you've probably noticed that even when he gets in your way a little bit, sitting right in front of you while you're trying to work, bumping into things trying to get close to you, you still miss him when he's not around. And that's not a coincidence. That oxytocin I mentioned earlier, it gets released in you too when you're close to your dog. Just a few minutes of petting him lowers your cortisol, drops your blood pressure, and raises serotonin levels in the human brain. Research from the University of Missouri confirmed this. You're not just taking care of an animal, you're getting a daily dose of emotional health without even realizing it. It's an exchange. He gives you presence, you give him security, and both of you come out better for it in a way that neither of you can fully put into words. The human-animal relationship goes back more than 15,000 years, and it might be the longest-lasting partnership our species has ever built with another animal. Over all that time, dogs and humans co-evolved. That means dogs changed by living with us, and we changed in certain ways by living with them. The brain of today's domestic dog is different from the wolf. They develop the ability to read human faces, to follow pointing gestures, to pick up on emotions in our voices. No other animal does that as naturally and as precisely as the domestic dog, not even the chimpanzee, which is genetically far closer to us. Dogs were built for us, and in many ways, we were shaped by them. So, let's bring it all together. The dog that never leaves your side isn't being stubborn, it's not being badly behaved, it's not trying to manipulate you. It's being exactly what it was made to be, an animal that found in the human being the center of his world, a creature that after 15,000 years alongside our species learned to love you in a way that goes way beyond instinct. He's not by your side because he has nowhere else to go. He's there because you are to him what home is to you. And when you step away, even just for a little while, something shifts inside him. The space feels less safe. The world feels less stable. And when you come back, all that excitement, the jumping, the licking, that's not drama. That's genuine relief. That's his nervous system returning to normal because you're back. We tend to underestimate what's going on in a dog. We think it's simple, just instinct, just habit. But science is showing us more and more that the relationship between humans and dogs is emotionally far richer than most people imagine. There's chemistry involved, there's evolutionary history, there's real attachment, real bonds, real emotions. The next time your dog follows you into the kitchen for no apparent reason, or lies down next to you on the couch and lets out that long, satisfied sigh, remember all of this. Because to him, you're not just the owner, you're the most important part of his world. If you liked this video, the next one you need to watch is right here.